those ones that I used to give hard time to, Dennis Nemsing of Atlantic Broadcast Corporation, and also a correspondent of Voice of America. Tina Mimpen of Daily Observer. And the list is just in. Joyce of Born Radio. Joyce, how are you? I miss you so much. It was actually a wonderful coverage, and we did our little piece of job report on daily basis, and we reported what we saw. And the very day I came from on the field that afternoon, I did a podcast and posted, and a lot of people were sharing as well and viewing and giving their points of view as well. All right, so it's good to be here. We have a jam-packed edition this afternoon. So right now, we have a guest already in studio. Yeah. God save you and underwrite. All of we shall hearken to this command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout out loud. The Lord reigns forever, the Lord stand forever. And long may it flow on land and on sea. His God is flowing never hold it forever. And shout for the Lord. All right, between twists and turns this afternoon, Chris, what's up? And you know we got a lot to do. We got so much to work on. Please, I beg you, please get well soon, yeah? And you have to be here tomorrow. Please come to work early in the morning. If you want me to come and pick you up from Viewer Junction and drive you. Look, this man was sick yesterday. He was so sick yesterday. It wasn't easy. He couldn't drive himself home. It was so difficult. And one of the staff here had to drive him home, and yes, it was. So if you can reach whatever way, I'm not telling you to get you money, right? But during these kind of times, you get text, and they know which person get well or whatever. Because I mean, hello. Yeah. Good afternoon. I mean, the smarts and everything, and the where are you coming from?
No, something just came to my mind. You know, they say room was not built in 1 day. So when we build our own room now, 200 now. Tell me.
Sometimes you make me. You're so discouraging, you know. And then
I just told you, room was not built in a day time.
Yeah.
When we build our own room.
Yeah, but
Liberia will rise again.
Liberia
Yeah,
will rise.
Liberia will get there.
Yeah, Liberia will get
Yeah.
there.
That's
Yeah, so today,
Yes, so today we have a bus already in studio, Councillor Kuku Doba, a member of the 52nd legislature and a former lawmaker as well of district number 6. Yes, and she's now contesting in district number 3, Montserrat County. So we will hear from her and what plans she has for the district, and then we also have in studio. Yes, we also have not in studio, but in the compound, Mr. Augustine S. Capet, Secretary General of the National Patriotic Party, and in support of Wakakun PK. So we'll also hear from them after Councillor who are candidates in district number 3. And then also at 4:15, at 4:15 we'll be hosting the vice senator bearer of the Liberia National Union, Madam Grace Kwan. Madam Grace Kwan will sit with us, and we're going to have a wonderful time. It's a jam-packed edition. And to my president from Fiji, please have some consideration. I will just let now you be my boss. So tomorrow we will host them, the group at 3 o'clock. Please, when I finish doing what I do, I will come to you so you can just wait me one and forgive me, please. And to Honorable Yeke Kwaluba, good afternoon, sir. Yes, good afternoon, sir. And I'm greeting you. We schedule a meeting. We supposed to meet, and
so you're really serious about this?
Why be serious?
When you go in, just be strong.
Strong or what? Please.
Okay.
So the last time on Friday you were here, and I asked him, begged him on his feet. I said, Chief, when I see you, I'm going to be at your feet. Let's stop the insults against the vice president, because the vice president represents other women as well. So yes, Doha, who is the second person in the country, yes, I know she has a problem. Sometimes she will throw jabs, and those are politics, right? So politics is talking about the issue, right? Convincing ideas and not change of ideas, convincing the people why you should be they should elect you, and then you telling the people why this person should not be elected. So I think we should stick to that, and I'm very hopeful. I'm very optimistic that he will listen to me as a niece traditionally. I don't want traditional. Yes, but on a serious note, I have a meeting with him, and I hope to see him so we can have. I told him just 10 minutes of the time and 10 minutes of the time. And good afternoon, Senator Jane Tunola, the board chair of my organization. How are you, sir? You have been very instrumental, very supportive. And I want to say, wheresoever you are, just know that we remain grateful for your ideas and all of your support of our organization, and to the New Level Women organization that was launched on Sunday. You got my support media-wise. Not money finance.
You were patron.
I mean, you can't eat on I have some more every year. You can't eat so but we have to get our orange GSM, and then we get the ball rolling. Orange is our proud sponsor. The biggest GSM company in Liberia. And then this morning I was told that Mr. Kumis will be here with us tomorrow, so we're going to have a wonderful time here tomorrow. And yes. Orange Liberia. So Grizzle.
Please
Please
get
get
well
well
soon.
soon.
Yeah. Yes, but I get sick, but
May I say
please,
when I get sick, but
sometimes
please,
it's good to get sick.
sometimes it's good to get sick. And you know,
So that some of these things are in your body.
so that some of these things are in your body can come out.
Not to break
Yeah,
down.
but
Please
not to
don't
break down. Please don't break down.
Take medicine, get
Yeah,
well
take
soon.
medicine, get well soon, and come.
Okay, so let's take
Okay, so let's take orange. Yeah.
We don't work until your direct connection are off. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. I can reach out my West
To activate immediate stocks, subscribe to My Orange App. $1 50 minutes on that 5 minutes off the same dollar, 500 megabytes of data. Valid for 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network. Certified plus. Visit our website, www.orange.com or 111 for more information.
The path closer to what matters.
Orange.
Okay, no time.
Okay, no time.
We now
Go straight
to the B.
to the B.
We have our guest already.
We have our guest already. Councilor Kubu
A
Doba,
former lawmaker.
a former lawmaker.
Is that one?
That one? Okay, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. So.
Welcome to State of the Nation. Should I say for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Okay, that Truth FM not the first time, but State of the Nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So.
I would like my colleague to introduce himself, then we get it
So,
Yeah, so I'm Edwin Dolo. Thank you.
All right. So did a little research and I got some information that you. Yes, a former lawmaker was an active legal practitioner, an entrepreneur, and a humanitarian as well. So we will give you, let's give you the time to introduce yourself. Maybe we are stepping out of something and we can get that from you.
Thank you. So my name is Kuku Yoma Doba, Councilor Kuku Yoma Doba, former lawmaker. So from my family background, my father is late, the late John Doba, a physician assistant, and my mother a retired nurse, Mrs. Fametta Stevens Doba. Have siblings? Okay, so I'll talk about education. So my education background, okay, family, I'm engaged. I'm not single, I say single, I'm engaged. Yeah. So
You are very engaged.
yeah,
Not very single.
no, not very single. So it's good to know my status now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for education, primary education, I went to Carrie Baptist, I went to Lutheran, I went to CWA, I graduated from CWA. Then
I'm sorry.
first degree, management from Zion. I went to Don Bosco Polytechnic, got a BSc in accounting, then LU a master's in accounting, then my law degree. And I have a certificate from the World of Faith Bible Institution. I went to Bible school. So a bit of my education background. So I come to work experiences.
Okay, so it's AME Zion, not AMU.
No, AM Zion.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for the information.
She wants to talk about.
I want to talk about work.
Oh, your work. Yeah, please
Yes,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, please do.
So I work with Prenica Foster auditing firm before, and some of the audited banks, Central Bank, and that's where I met my former Minister of Finance and former Minister of Foreign Affairs. At that time, he used to work at the Central Bank. So LPDR, audited LPDR, we did audit at NTS and some institutions. So I come from the audit background. Then I work with NRC, so I got a little bit of NGO skills, Norwegian Refugee Council, as Assistant Finance Director. And my boss now is a current representative. He was my boss, Kuhn. Yeah, Richard Kuhn. We work at NRC. And at the 52nd National Legislature, representative for District 6. And I happened to be in leadership at that time. So I was the co-chair on public accounts and expenditure. I also represented Moserado on the base in the finance committee. I also was the co-chair for the Moserado Legislative Caucus on maritime. One chairperson on the Judiciary Committee. I was also a member of the Judiciary Committee and other relevant committees in the House. So there's this legislative body, the Parliamentary Network of World Bank. I serve as the president for the Liberian chapter. I also serve as president for the West African chapter and also member of the African chapter. Yeah, so
all right, wonderful. So
I said when I want to talk, I have not talked about my law practice and my foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll give you time.
yeah. So I run the foundation. I'm the CEO of the foundation. We are involved in legal services, distribution, and online we do on the foundation. And president, work with the hearing friend. One of the senior lawyers there. And I'm a practicing lawyer. So that's a summary of the work.
Wow, you put out a brief summary. Yeah. That's wonderful. Yes. All right. So, how did you become a former lawmaker of District 6? How did it happen? What went wrong, or what? Yeah, tell us.
It came as a result of the 30% representation, women representation. At that time, it was a must. Election Commission made it a must. Political parties, they were not registering political parties with 30% representation of female candidates. So political parties were looking for female candidates, and how they came across me, and how when on the Liberty Party ticket, Ola Jada, Apostle Ola Jada was contesting in District 6 when he went to the Senate to contest for the Senate, and how I came on board. That was as a result of the 30% representation.
No, how did it become formal? What went wrong that the people voted you out? You are formal, right? Okay, I want to know what happened, and maybe the audience too want to know, because now you are contesting in District number 3.
On the demarcation. We did the registration and the key and the demarcated the district, and where the issue of domicile. So I'm in the Coca-Cola factory community. So my district from Tukoro all the way to Omega. So we have 53 communities, including police academy, including Patrol. So now we have portion of 3, portion of 4, portion of 5, and portion of 2. That was original district number 6. So because of where I live, my domicile, I had a contest in district number 3. So I was one of them. So all my supporters for the forum, clinic, police academy, they had the opportunity to elect me as representative. 2. Famous case, the Beltwari and the National Election Commission. I went to court, a case for 1 year. And after we lost, we never got our passport because we realized that we had genuine issues. But people talk and poppy sick and how we left. So maybe it was not the word of God, because no, the 2 lawmakers they have not done 50% of what I did. So I don't know for what reason. But anyway, God saying everything. At least I mean the opportunity.
You want to name the 2?
Oh yeah, Honorable Bill Tuare and CB Bashir. So we'll come to that on my developmental activities that one was representing. So, but at least it afforded me the opportunity to practice law. Because when I graduated from law school, I was not practicing. So after I lost in 2011, I went into full-time practice. And today, it's not a mistake. I'm a counselor at law and a practicing lawyer. I'm one of the few female icons in the legal sector. So,
Madam, go back and remember 2005, when we went back, that is almost 10 plus years ago. go when you were elected. Let's go back to when you became representative. What were the advantages that you had that you can remember? What was the strength that man Kuku Double had apart from just being selected on the ticket of the Liberty Party? What was the strength at that time?
Yeah, my strength. Based on my developmental draft, those things that I did in the district. So let's talk about the education sector, what I brought to the table when I was representative. So we talked to partners, constructed the Maurice's Farm Public School. Constructed by Plan Liberia. Save the Children constructed the Sokoline Public School, the Northern Public School, and the Cayman Public School. 4 public schools constructed when I was representative. After the 12 years, there have been no public school constructed in district number 3. The only public school that built already constructed was the Parkland Public School. And that money, the Parkland Public School and the community hall was my 100,000 United States dollars that I left in the district development fund that was used. So that is the issue on education. What besides that, we did scholarships, and we did what we could do from the education standpoint. But after I stayed on education, after I left, when I had my foundation, we did tuition-free schools. I mean tuition-free. Messiah from ABC straight to 12th grade, afternoon section. Messiah is in the Maurice's Farm community. McDaniel is in the Coca-Cola factory community. PCA Annex in Nizo and PCA Annex in Pipeline. Then Henry Reeves School, Dr. Henry Reeves School, would conduct a free tuition school there for those in the next session, affording the opportunity to our sisters and our brothers that are to go sell in the market. So some of the things were done in the education sector. People come and say, they're contributing to the education sector where people paying more than 100,000 at the institution within the district, where somebody have done tuition free. And why you want to call our children, our parents are paying money to schools?
Wait, someone is saying tuition free, and then people are still paying 100,000?
No, I mean, like we got, and the equipment has a school in the district. We got some other candidates that got school in the district. That the people paying money in the schools, they're not free, but they are saying they are the biggest contributor to the education sector in the district. So how can we reconcile the two? Some of us did tuition free school, and while people paying money at a various institution. But let me come back to some of my developmental activities that I did when I was representative. So we just talk about the education sector. Then we go to the health. Today, district number 3 happens to benefit from a 50-bedroom hospital in Portland. I bought the land, and that land was given to government. When Manasseh, then the president, came to do the dedication of the road construction, we presented the deed, and today we have a 50-bedroom hospital in Portland. From there have been no hospital again built in district number 3. I hope you follow me, madam.
Yeah, we're following.
We're following you. We got
when
you on level, pay attention to you. Yes,
so
ma'am.
then we come to roads.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from the roads that were constructed during my tenure, there have been no new roads. So 12 years down the line, no new roads. The Nizo to Pakopin, the Soul Clinic to the Pakopin side, the Kobacha was in district number 6. The Kobacha, the Police Academy room, all constructed during my tenure.
So I just want to take you back. That's why I'm trying to lay my hands on. In 2016, you declared 4 schools tuition free. You care to name those 4 schools? You earlier named 4 schools, but I didn't get you really clear. According to the research that I did, 4 schools.
I said
declared tuition free to help less fortunate children.
I said PCA Annex 1 is
Yes.
in it, so we got another PCA Annex in Portland. So PCA is a school, but they got different annexes. So the NISO benefited and the Portland benefited. Then we got the Messiah Mission School. Reverend Bada runs this school. It's in the Morris's Farm. Then we got the McDaniel Christian Institute.
So are these schools still tuition
No.
free? Why? Why they have to? Students have to be paying now.
No, I ran there for 1 year period, different intervals. So these are some of the schools that benefited from my tuition-free programs. Okay. So then Henry Reed. I ran Henry Reed 1 year for the next section. Yeah.
All right. So
Look,
if you are tuning in, this is State of the Nation. We have with us Councillor Kugu Daba, who is a former lawmaker, and she's also vying for the representative seat in District number 3. So let's talk about it. Let's come now to your manifesto. What do you have on your manifesto that the people of the citizens of District number 3 can look at and say, yes, she's the best suited for this position because of her performance in District number 6? Like you said, you perform well based on a demarcation and domicile. Yes, you did not have the opportunity to serve them again, but now you are in District number 3.
So we say accountable leadership. We bring to the table experience. We bring to the table commitment. We bring to the table dedication. We say representation for all. So representation for all sectors. We just talk about the education sector. And one thing we intend to do when we are elected is, whether through policy or revisiting the creating the education ministry, is to have to look at how to standardize school fees, especially in the private sector, in the private institutions. There's no what is the one? I mean, any school can come out and say we charge for high school, we charge 100,000, another school 150,000. There's no standard,
no control.
No control. And I think the education ministry can set control. It should set controls. Yeah. So one thing would be, how can they even subsidize the private institutions? Because now we have primary education and secondary education free. And that was done during Madam Ellen Johnson said it, and when we passed into law for the primary and the secondary education for public schools. Yeah. So that one thing we'll be looking at. Another thing we intend to do from the district level for our county development funds, social funding, how we can lobby, because we got a lot of, we got that power, the lobbying power, and now how most of projects came into our district. Most of the projects that were done into our district, it was not from government coffers, it was through NGOs and partners. So
you're talking about those projects, including the roads as well?
No, the roads were done by government. Yeah, the roads construction.
What's the condition of those roads?
Yeah, in good condition.
Concrete?
Yeah, it's not concrete. It's paved. We're talking about
paved. She's talking about the Gorbachev road.
Yeah, it's a paved road. All paved roads we're talking about.
Paved?
Yeah, paved roads.
Okay.
Yeah. So when the second instructors were on our foundation, something that we look for schools within the district and help to pay the instructors. So when we pay the instructors, we believe that they will have to minimize some of their costs and be able, at least the school fees should be at least at an affordable level so our people can be able to go and send their children to school. Yeah. So we talk about health. Another thing, being the pipeline clinic, which is the only hospital in the district, we want to engage mobile clinics, look for clinics within the district and partner with them. Just had 3 weeks ago, I did medical free circumcision for children, and it was surprising. We did more than 75 patients from the age range of 2 weeks to 5 years, and most of the patients that came, they were like 2 years old, 2 to 5. I mean, you can't do circumcision. People say it's expensive, 25, and what happened? So, and because of that, we are doing one more on Saturday in the Bala community, which is free too, at Tuning Clinic. So we decided to move from Wookam and go to the Bala community.
So somebody will say, yeah, because we have a few days elections, that's why this is a quick impact project.
It can be. It can be and that's why I'm not involved into political projects. No, we're not involved into political projects. All the things we said we've been doing tuition free have been under our foundation. Legal services, rendering to people that can't afford. No, it's not about election.
What's the current pressing needs of the district number 3?
The issue of drugs, security, drugs. Now, for my lay study, district number 3 got the highest ghettos within the district. So some of the ways we intend to look at it is to see, because when we were there in 2005, we talked to Ome built about 5 depots within our district. The pipeline, we bought the land where the pipeline police depot is today. We bought the land and Ome did our construction for us. In the Soul Clinic, the only depot that is within Soul Clinic, it was done during my term when I was representative. The only depot that is in Tuparo, it was, I love the people of Tuparo. Yeah, the people of Tuparo, yeah. The market.
Why you keep emphasizing on it?
The people of Tuparo gave me land all to build in Tuparo.
Free?
No, I mean, they wanted me to live in Tuparo. Yeah, okay. So
listen to this one. Okay. Okay, so we will play it subsequently, but you listen to he's the youth chairman of that community. There's a Pakopin community.
I was in Pakopin on Sunday. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to construct a police depot within the community, and the action will do our donation there. And that's a serious issue. It's one of the communities that got the highest ghettos within district number 3. So we need to revisit the drugs law. Look at the drugs law. They'll talk about the penalties, but we think we should look at the issue of the suppliers who bring in the drugs. And the interesting thing about this is that the ghettos are not inhaling. So what is DEA doing? What is the police doing? The ghettos are not inhaling. What are the issues? Are people in government listening? In connection with the ghettos? We don't know, because these things didn't happen when Eddie was president. No, The increase of ghettos is when George Weah became president. So the ghettos are not inhaling. And that was something I told the women in Pakopin while I went there on Sunday. I said that we got to rise up and say no to the ghettos within our communities, because the ghettos are in the community, they are community dwellers. So we need to rise up and say no. But that has to be collectively. We have to do is a collective action. So now I have a 1 acre of land, which I gave it to the community, to the district, where we will do rehabilitation and reintegration. So we'll build a center and we have vocational school. Yeah. So it's a serious thing. The drug issue is it's a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got water and sanitation. We are very involved into it. The issue of sanitation is a serious issue. We have been engaged in doing hemp pumps. We have partners that help us to do hemp pumps.
You constructed pumps in District 3? Which communities?
So many community, my sister. So I come
because the people even complaining. They in the same interview, they are complaining of lack of safe drinking water.
So you see, I came with one of my old reports. Mm-hmm. And none of them can show you anything. I came from my old report where I reported to the people of district number 6. So this was covered up to 2010. So I go to page 14, and that's where I got projects, NGO, hemp pumps. Okay. So we had a latter day scene. The latter day scene did hemp pump in Duporo, Central Red Line, Mauritius Farm 3 hemp pump, Copper Farm, Pakopin, Police Academy, and the Nathan E. Kessing Sign. Then they did toilet where men and women could take baths, the pipeline behind the market, the Dupo Road, the JCN Howard Sign, hemp pump in Omega, hemp pump pipeline community. We did distribution of drugs. Police Academy Health Center, they put in the pipeline, Dupo Road, Central Red Line, 2 hemp pump in Vocal Mission. We went to orphanage home. This orphanage home happened to be the Help the Children orphanage home, where we gave 50 mattresses, 200 textbooks, Panadol with this renovation, rehabilitation of wells, help them in Black A Wood Camp. We have Coca-Cola Africa Foundation. They did help for us. They did help in the Coca-Cola factory community, Diamond Creek, Soul Clinic, AGM community.
So all these pumps are functioning?
Some of them maybe the hairs or something, but these pumps are something that we did. Besides that, I personally, through Life Water, I did pumps across in the district. Even after I even left office, there's this organization, Liberia Rebuild Global Team. Which the late Regina Sokantier, she was an NGO, she had partnering with them. They came and with their chaos, they had to cut the road and to connect to the Coca-Cola factory, because on the other side of Coca-Cola factory, there's no way to do hemp pumps. They had to do run lines. And she came and brought that project over 40,000 we had to pay for that project in Coca-Cola factory.
Let me just ask, on top of these individual projects or small hand projects that normally we see our lawmakers doing, the long-lasting into water, the provision of safe drinking water is the provision of pipeline water. What do you think government should do? What would be plans if you win to engage government so that our people can have pipeline water across the country or across the district?
So you need to look at water is not only the only need, and so that's why in some communities, I'm not backing for the government, but I'm just saying some we're supposed to have, but you got to look at the limitations too. So we managed to do that in the pipeline, but they got affected when we did the road construction, the pipeline road construction. So we got to look at that, because from the hydro coming through the pipeline, so that's another thing. We can work along with water and sewer from the community side and do some assessment in those communities that will be accessible for that. But in the meantime, those communities that water and sewer cannot reach, we got to be able to do some help for our people. So I just
I hear you talk about Coca-Cola Foundation.
yeah, Coca-Cola Foundation. Yeah, so
Okay, but which party ticket are you contesting?
okay, I'm contesting on the CPP. So
You are back to you once resigned from the Liberty Party. It said the CPP ANC because we have two parties were in the CPP ANC
Liberty
or
Party.
you are back to
Yeah,
Liberty
always
Party.
been in
Resign
Liberty
in
Party.
but you resigned in 2017. That's what I just want to know. You want to make some clarity on that?
No, there was some problem. I had to go.
Some political differences.
Yeah, I had to go to contest on the transformation ticket in 2017.
It was because of the primary issue.
No, I've been committed Liberty partisan. It was just some problem. Can you the men and the can talk. He can plenty talking. Yeah, my boss man done. So all I want, so I said, let me live in peace. But the interesting thing about it,
and how you came back?
After we lost the election, we had to go to court. The Kano men at the toner, Kano ran to the original party. So yeah.
Kano,
okay. Party ticket in 2017. We trying to go to court, and I saw Bossman was right here. They can stop Bronsky. He was right in your office. I walk and I asked him, I said, Bossman, you want me to help with the legal team? He looked at me for a long time and said, hey, my daughter, I'm sorry. I said, all right. And we went to court. So I came back. Yeah. So
you are back forever.
Forever. Yeah.
You're on record, though.
Yeah.
The day you won't resign again, my other one will go there and bring you.
So we are been. So I want to talk about agriculture. Some of the things when God help us, we win. We will look for farmland and we do cooperative district number 3 cooperative.
So do you have targeted bills that you have now? When you win today, you're going to put on table for discussion?
Yeah, the drugs. So we got to revisit some of the laws that to help our people, the drugs law. And another law that it was passed on. I introduced a law. It was passed from district from the House, but it was not passed from the Senate. So I want to reintroduce that law because it's a finance law. I created a public domestic debt committee. And how many
of those laws you proposed were passed?
Yeah, 2 it was passed, but it was not passed by the Senate. Besides that, co-sponsored bills. But besides that, the issue of laws, but we got to vote, and I was fortunate to work on all the laws are coming. I was fortunate to work all the laws that were passed because from the Judicial Committee, every law passed, it got to go to the Judicial Committee. So I sat on that committee, which was a very important committee. So let me come back to this bill, the Public Domestic Debt Committee. So the whole idea of that bill is an anti-corruption bill, which seeks to restore public confidence in our public financial management system, and also a poverty alleviation bill in that it seeks to save public resources, which would otherwise be expended on dubious public debt payment. So we can have a government changing, everybody will go to domestic debt. So you got to be able to look at those domestic debt because some of those domestic debt are just not debts. Because all the money when you pay coming back for government to pay, that money will have been used for health, education, agriculture, road construction, all those things. And even though it was passed from the HOSA, but that's how we came up with the policy on the performance report. The budget when the budget is passed by sections. And each line ministry supposed to come up with the performance report. I remember Kafan when he was Minister for Finance, when budget year coming, he said, Kuku come to our for performance report. We need a performance. I don't know whether the legislator is still doing that. So you have to come, if we gave you $1 million for education, you should be able to say how you spend the $1 million. And maybe because of where I sat and how I was able to monitor all the non-ministry. Every time one budget is passed, I go to the non-ministry. This is what they pass. What is there for district number 6? What is there for the road? What is there? So besides the pavement of the road, on the private period, public work used to do non-pavement rehabilitation of roads. There's this bridge that was done connecting the Mose Park community and the Soap Clinic. That bridge right there, it was done during my tenure. Even the Christian community bridge.
How durable are these bridges? Because the last time I went somewhere and saw a wooden bridge. It said constructed by one embassy, one country embassy. I was working on it. I said, Father, I'm into your hands.
No. It's a concrete bridge where car can pass and all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about your chances as a female contestant in district number 3. What are your chances?
100% sure that I'm going to win the election. Why? Because the people of district number 3 have resolved to elect Councillor Kuku Wadoma. Just on Saturday, I know maybe you heard the news, have cross-section. District number 3 have gone beyond political party lines. I have 7 political parties that supporting the candidacy of Mr. Joshua, the president, CDC. And they said, no, they will not support the candidate. They got their Kofi June. They will support me. I got people from UP supporting me. So my district have gone beyond party lines. And besides that, the 12 years I left, there have been no development done in the district. So people say, I think we'll call the woman back. And besides that, I got the backing from the women. The women are there. I got the
women's solidarity. I think that's the same thing you were trying to talk about when Ellen was president. I mean the drug, there was no, you just kept pressing, there was no this.
And that is a no fun. You know, I always been in opposition. I'm not in UP, but we work with the UP government. So, but that is the no fight.
But let me remind you of something. The head of Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's presidential motorcade was arrested for attempting to smoke drugs in an official vehicle. What do you have to say about that before we can open the lines?
That is not to my knowledge. When it happened?
That's why when you are talking, you have to listen, because I mean we are in a women's advocacy. It happened during the tenure. It was in 2010.
That one now brought to my attention, so I don't know about it, so I don't want to speak about that. Yeah.
All right. So I see that the women's solidarity have taken over you so much. But
yes. So just before you are not normal, let me ask the last question about the legislature. Many of our people believe that branch of government is the problem for the country.
Come again.
Many Liberians believe that the legislature is the serious problem for the underdevelopment of our country. Some of them feel that because of their function as a body. What do you say to Liberians who have such notion?
That's a different perception and view to say serious problem. This is a fresh branch of government that make all the budget laws that have been passed, all the concessions agreements that have been passed, that is driving the economy. So I don't see how they can be a problem. Maybe an individual, but I don't see how they can be a problem.
Okay, so let's listen to this. After this, then we will open the lines to take calls.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you going to feel ashamed when these things are going on? Maybe you come across it, and will you stand for your people? You see how this you hear how this woman,
that's a mother, and that's a service position she came from, a passionate position she came from, and that's why the legislators should be. The legislators should be. People should enter there from all of passion to serve. It's not to gain from there. So the issue of salary is something that we can look at. It's not supposed to be more elaborate, for lawmakers. No, it's a service duty, call to service.
All
So
right.
we're supposed to go there to serve our people. But it's not only us, the fresh branch of government. We got to look at the salary from the judiciary, look for the salary from the executive, the president budget, because it's a collective thing. The government is 3 branches.
So
of
it's
government.
it's upon your
Yeah.
shoulders. All right. So hello. We start taking calls. We'll take a few calls on 0777 25 38 19 and
0759322170, and you'll be live.
And we have Councilor Kuku Dobo, a former lawmaker of District Number 6, Montserrat County, as well. Now she's contesting in District Number 3, Montserrat County, and yes, for the representative position. Hello.
Hello, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Calling from Tuporo Shara. She claims that she loved Tuporo, but the area of horses in Tuporo Shara, the road is very bad, and nothing she had done about it since she was there before. She said she went to Tuporo Clinic and gave some drugs. I have not seen her there. I went to Tuporo Clinic for the past 25 to 30 years now.
Okay.
So now, let me ask her a question.
Mm-hmm.
What she did not do that she thinks she's going to do now?
Okay.
We should put her out first when she was there. What she did not do. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Jacob. I speak to you from the honorary office, Honorable Kukutaba.
Yes, quickly.
The district has resolved to carry this matter because I think you are just listening to all the track records she has said in the district. The party lawmaker has not come to so she has done well. So that's why they are resolving carrying on.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Eric Family, and I joined the conversation for being with you this afternoon.
Quickly, sir.
Well, I joined the conversation, the essay you just played for the representative that was speaking, and he put the question to the former representative. I think that shows that she going to the house there to get money because as you can say, you have to look at it, that woman was speaking with all of action, telling the words. She was grieving, dying, that they have been paid, they have been overpaid, but she's telling you, they got to look at it, and look at the other person. I think this the people of the district should not look at
Sure. I'm saying that you should not look at only the legislature. The executive have been paid very hugely as well.
All right. So yeah.
So
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
However, we have about 37 years. Nothing
Okay. 37 years you work and There is called Coca-Cola Foundation.
She will clarify that it was not what she meant.
But I think that Coca-Cola Foundation AMU campus. I don't know, but but they got Coca-Cola Foundation. Yeah. Hello. Yes. No, but you can't be saying, yeah, chief. I gotta let you. I beg you, please. Your background so disturbing. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
But the if the people of territory give a mountain authority with 35 days in election, what would be a take on the world economic code? Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is George M. Badi, calling from Omega O. It's the trade by F.
Yeah, Chief, quickly, you got 10 more seconds, though.
Okay. Everything that the honorables on our Google Watch always saying is good. The rest issue that she's saying.
Okay. All right. So let me let you go now. You already agree with her. Yeah? All right. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Ansumana. I'm calling from OP community.
Oh, you forget your own community.
No, I'm calling from OP community.
Okay.
Where is it?
What is that OP?
People of the city have to carry on because she did a lot of things. When you go to OP community today, you see that she did a lot of things. There was a time when around Africa when wanted to take the land for the people from there, and when we about today, stood in the gap and go update their land back to them, and the government could not take that land. So they put send the district to tell the woman because she's standing for the betterment of this district. All of these guys are coming to get blood. They just want pass through.
Okay, well, your point of view anyway. Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, quickly. All right. That means you support her then now. Let me tell somebody else. Yeah, that means you support her, yeah? Okay, hello.
Hello, hello to good afternoon to my former classmate my name is Jerry True. Yeah, I'm calling from Niso.
Yeah.
So we are with you.
Okay.
And I'm one of your voters, so thank you.
Thank you to my classmate.
Yeah, hello. This will be our last caller, yeah.
No, anyway.
Yeah, hello.
We'll push the person like you don't want to participate.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
This is for my friend.
Oh, sorry.
Calling from Moises Farm.
Yeah,
yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
People of District 3 have come to the understanding that they have to carry on Bukuku Nyong'o Tobo because she stands as a mother. You know, when women in power, they always feed people. That woman are born and she stands as a mother to make sure the crowd of District 3 come back.
Okay.
The former leaders of this particular district, let's see, Bashir, so they feel the district. You not get anything to show.
What do you mean you former? The man still you come back and say you're not former.
Oh, what you have is what I'm posting around here and say that they don't want to do it. And I get documents to show. We have nothing to show. So
okay.
The 3 step tall to tell you the whole boy again.
Okay, thanks for your calls, and we can
do anything.
We can take any calls. It's too jam, and we try to respect the time of others as well. Yes.
So, to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first caller I talked about that's a misinterpretation on what he said. I'm not agreeing to the reduction in salary. I said no. I said that's the first call of duty to serve, and more besides that, that's when after I left the legislature, I opened a foundation. All the things I've been doing under my foundation is all about service, all about passion. Yeah. So don't please don't misinterpret me. I'm saying is a good thing for us to reduce our salary, but we should not only look at the legislature, we should look at the other 2 branches of government. So the issue of my other brother from Tuporo, so he said he worked with the Tuporo thing, there was drugs given by Latter Day Saint, and we went and Tuporo Hospital benefited from that drug. So I don't understand where he come from with that
okay, so yeah, You got to be brief. We're trying to wrap up now.
Another call about the Coca-Cola Africa Foundation is a foundation. We got, besides the handpump, the HIV awareness, they give decks to schools. The schools are benefited, Efshan, Faka, JCN Howard, PC Elementary School, and the So Clinic School. So all these things. So there's a foundation called Coca-Cola Africa Foundation. Then someone asked on the TRC in what would be in the first thing, what we had to how to have vote. I will come back to the people of district number 3. When we were there, we issued the TRC. District number 6 minute was we had community meetings, and the minute was that we should forgive, we should not vote for retributive. So this time around we'll have to come back to the people of district number 3 for them to give us that mandate. Yeah. So number 5 on I've not said talk about that. So we say come October 10th vote number 5 on the CPP and vote number 4 for the presidency. Yeah.
All right, ma'am. Thanks so much. And yeah, so you made a correction on clarity on the Coca-Cola Foundation, yes, right?
Yes.
Coca-Cola Foundation. So even at AMU, we have the Coca-Cola Institute for Innovation as well. My man, yeah, you have to just mute it at times, please. Yeah, because yeah, so that is it. And so we want to say thanks so much for coming. And
so you want to make my party statement?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So we so the women, we got a variety of women empowerment programs for our people today. I was in the market. I'm loved by the people. I went to the market today and see the women. I entered the market today. You know, I used to sell Rema in the market. So I got a whole constituent there. So we will continue to empower our women. We want to say thank you to Kemi Weeks. I've done a lot of empowerment programs within district number 3, Youth Action 8, international. Yeah. So we say thank you. And I know next week I will be back because I learned that it's a 1 month promote that to my sponsors. Yeah. Why is it's the Redemption Pharmacy. You know, and that you're the one you're taking you're the one invited me to the debate. So one of my supporters called me. I'm coming, Matani.
No, we got 2 more guests there already.
Yeah, so that I just want to tell my sponsor thank you for being this airtime. So thank you and God bless district number 3.
Okay.
So what am I now more? Come on. Yo, nothing I rush, man. And Andre, on Samuel, who's there? What that will move on.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have the right to go for office and take part in politics at the national and local levels as men. Do you know that? Also, sir, many international law, please stop violence against women. The Bible also stop violence against women in elections. We need to be civil
How many years ago?
women should be given the
Sorry, we already had guests in the study, just 2 days, so we just make sure that you talk for some time. Cancel.
It would be possible, it would be possible, right? Yeah, but they're discussing it because the time they have will not be the coming conference.
We need to work together to end all forms of violence against women in this election. Together, we can create a civil political space for equal participation for all.
This thought-provoking radio skit is brought to you by the National Democratic Institute with invaluable support from the National Endowment for Democracy.
Speaker, I would first of all like to thank the committee clerks of this August House for the great work that they have done by spending the whole night in this August Assembly preparing a report for us. I thank you, clerks of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, I think looking at the Honorable Minister's statement and looking at the budget, I think that our government does not love this country. They do not have the feeling to nurture our children in this country. Honorable Speaker, $6 billion in salaries alone, not in administrative cost. Honorable Speaker, and we say we are a poor country. Honorable Speaker, the median age in this country is 19 years old. We should consider the life and the livelihood of our children. We should be investing in education. We should be investing in health rather than paying ourselves, feeding ourselves out of the poor people of this country. I will start with this August Assembly, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, to see the salary of the Honorable Speaker increased from 658 million to 658,000 to 1,560,000. I feel ashamed to call myself an honorable Speaker. I give myself for service. I do not call myself for the poor people to feed me and my family. Honorable Speaker, when I saw this, I felt embarrassed. I do not want to come to the session because I said to myself, there is no reason because we are just sharing the cake. Not only that, but to see the responsibility allowance, the residential allowance, the working allowance, all this for the representatives of the people. It is embarrassing. Honorable Speaker, first of all, I would like to thank the committee clerks of this August House for the great work that they have done.
How you doing? Welcome
I'm
again.
fine.
Okay, so we don't have enough time today. We got a Vice Senator coming. So we'll give you 15-20 minutes. Then we'll reschedule you. Okay. You come in and you get my number. Then I will arrange it better. Okay. Yeah? Okay.
So maybe I could just introduce myself.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Yeah, sure, please. Okay.
All right. So we have with us, and we're going to take her very shortly before the Vice Senator of the National Union, Madam Grace Kwan. I think she's in route already. But yes, we're going to take Madam Sia Vanessa McCarthy. It's a long name. I like it. So she's Sia Vanessa McCarthy. I hope I'm getting it right. And she's a candidate for district number 11. Women are coming us. Women are coming us. So with no waste of time, let's now go to Studio B. Ma'am, it's good to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing me on your studio today.
Okay, so quickly tell us who is Madam McCarthy. Just call your full name that you have here.
Well, my name is Sia McCarthy here.
Okay. Vanessa, you want to include a Vanessa?
Well, Vanessa, but yeah, that's on the profile, but for the electoral process, and I want to maintain the Sia McCarthy here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name has already been called. I am a civil servant. I work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I hail from Lofa County, but I was actually born in Morovia, Moserado County. I started my primary school in Sierra Leone and completed up to Form 3, which is almost like 11th grade. And I came back Liberia and completed at the Seventh-day Adventist School on the Camp Johnson Road. And then after my graduation, I enrolled at the University of Liberia and I graduated. And also went at the Foreign Service Institute and I graduated with development diplomacy diploma. Also went to LIPA and also did a lot of courses and have a lot of certificates in public sector management and also performance management system, and also have opportunity to have some other opportunity in China where I went to school, did further study and to enhance my area of diplomacy. And I live in the Daybreak More Open community. I am married for 27 years. I'm 56 years old. I have 5 kids. And I'm glad to be one of those women who stand out of your trailblazer in this consultation that is going to take place on October 10.
Wow, that's wonderful. Very, very wonderful. And I would say, like to every other woman or every other person who will interact here with candidates as well, I'm very, very proud of you. Okay, so tell us your platform. What are you standing on? What are you telling the people? What are you promising them? Is it the message? The messages are overloaded loaded. What is actually your platform?
Okay, I will begin by saying that my platform is actually bordered on the prophetic destiny of Liberia. I believe that Liberia has a prophetic destiny. And as a servant of God, God has raised me up. I'm educated. I have expertise. I have integrity. I have what it takes to be in this electoral process. I have a lot of skills. And I believe that my people that are out there are listening to me, most especially district number 11 is not a strange place. It's a district that I lived in the 80s. And when the war came, we were devastated. And I came back in early 1991 and I lived in Bonneville for 3 years. And then I had to relocate to where my parents were in Charleston. Now, the message is just simple.
Mm-hmm.
My message is clear. We have seen for 77 years where the legislature has been dominated by male dominance. And we see that it is about time that space be also given to women so we can see how will it look like. And I tell people I have integrity, I have expertise, I'm educated, I'm a mother, I have compassion, and I believe that this is the time for women.
Okay. So what I'm seeing here, you have community development, you have women development, you have capacity building and skill development, you have also you have job creation or job opportunities. So what have actually you been doing in your community that you want to continue in terms, because you said you are very interested in community development according to your platform?
Okay, this is not my first time contesting in these elections, though it was in district number 10, 11 years ago. And coming to district number 11, some of the things when I when God started to lead me again to come into this process.
So you were called by God?
Yes, because I've been.
How did it happen?
Leadership comes from God. You have the prompting, and in fact, the body of Christ for so many years have been praying for God to raise up leaders. And I want to believe that God has raised me as one of the leaders because I have served in government. I continue to serve at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And my role as a gender-focused person and a performance management expert for 11 years, all of your capacities, all of your expertise I have developed over the years with every other development that comes from the religious, from the Christian background, all the training, all of those things has actually, embodied me, has prepared me for this journey. So I can boldly say that because of the voices of believers in the nation praying day and night for God to raise leaders, today I happen to be one of those leaders. And in my district, I have been able to touch the lives of women and young people, because that is where the passion is. Because you see, as mothers, we are the one who gave birth to all humanity in the planet. So women are very key to me as a gender-focused person. In the area of advocacy, we are being able to advocate and strongly, most especially against the GBV, and we are being able to advocate against rape, and we are being able to advocate against other potential ideas that will be able to alleviate women from the poverty. For example, some of the things I've been doing in my community, because I have different women grouping all across the district, in district number 11, where I go and talk with them, interact with them, give them counseling, because sometimes the whole thing is not about the money business. It's about the counsel that people receive so that they can have a reasoning thoughts, so that they can direct their life in a more better way, so they can be able to trust in themselves. Because you see, I believe that everyone has potential, and this potential that people carry, you need to be able to talk to them so they can be able to harness them very well and push forward in their life. Also being able to work in the area of the educational aspect, because I believe education is key to me. I saw that our district too has talents. And in order for you to be able to look at the talents that people have, when you are looking at the educational sector in our district, you look at where these schools are situated. So I decided to take a tour in all of our communities, and I began to visit schools to see the conditions of the schools. And the little that I could do, and I came up with a project, the Back to School project, where I started to give packages to our students, most especially those who went on a roll and on principal list. Because I believe that you always have to hang your coat to where your hands can fit. Okay. And then I also were able to go into the health sector. These are things that really drive my motivation, because when you are healthy, you are wealthy, because you are able to do a lot of things for yourself.
So I'm saying core values here. You have fear of God, you have patriotism, you have compassion, integrity, you have accountability, you have transparency, innovation, diversity, hard work. Yes, but when someone reads this, they will say, but myself to got fear of God. So was it important to put fear of God? Because if you are a patriot and you are a patriotic citizen, you have compassion, you have integrity, you work hard, because the Bible talks about hard work. These are all things, when you have them, you fear God. So for me, I think the fear of God was in, because I want to say you should have placed it there because when you have all of these things, that means, and you are very when and you are very short of doing them, you practice them. Yeah, you practice them. That means you fear God.
Okay, I seem to disagree with you, madam. Specifically put it there because the fear of God and that of the virtues that you carry, they are two different things. Okay, a lot of people that have, you may have integrity. I'm talking about my own level of consecration when it comes to God. And because I've covenanted with God, that whatever I do, I proclaim him. I will include him into every letters, every comment, everything I'm going to do. That is the reason why I place it that I fear God. Is to let him, God, Jehovah God, who have called me into this race, know that I have him on a physical document yet. But that is just my code. Okay, that is my code. There is no way you can take that from me. You know, because there are many people who boast that, oh, they fear God. But then at the end of the day, you see that their lifestyles, you know, does not match what they say. So you may have compassion. Compassion is just is a virtue. Okay, and then integrity, your character, all of those things are virtue. It comes from God. So I'm very pleased. I'm happy.
So what I'm saying, yeah. I mean, anyone can say, you know, I fear God, right? But what I'm saying is the fear of God does not need to be written on paper and say, you know, I fear God. It's what when people see you, the work you do, how humble you are, how compassionate, the integrity, you know, you are very patriotic, then they know that you actually fear God. But putting this on a paper, I mean, somebody will say, yeah, but I said, I fear God. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But let's move further. Let's talk about some of the bills that you want to come in. Yeah, please talk about that. The bills, right? Yes,
okay.
Yes. Let's talk about bills that you have on mind. You can't just wait when you take over the bills. And what kind of lawmaker you are going to become?
I'm actually going to be a lawmaker that will stand for my people.
Please go on.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be, because you see, governance is about the people, for the people, and of the people. That's the kind of leadership I actually want to bring on the table. That is why one of the things I intend to do is to work with all of the community leadership. I believe that as a performance management expert by Fridays, I believe that these are our people that are serving in these functions in all our community need to be empowered, they need to be capacitated, they need to understand, because you know, when you have a vision, those who are supposed to support you and help you implement the vision, they need to understand your vision. And that is why I have it as one of the first things I'm going to be doing, to work with all of my community leaders so that we can have them understand this platform, so that we can put the structure, put plans together for the implementation. You talk about bills. There are many bills that are already on record, more especially I'm so particular about the just bill, the bill that was just passed that has to do with the drug bill. I believe that we still need to look into it more, especially when it comes to the punishment aspect of it, and most especially when it comes to the medical aspect, where we have to work harder within our community. I believe that, yeah, the bill being passed is good. All those punishment has been levied, been put into record for people who sell or bring them, is fine. But my thing is that our young people are already, you know, they already have these drugs in them. So they need to be detoxified.
So
Yes.
you are contesting in District 11. We have the incumbent Rachel Kun, and you also have another Lele Tiatana Pole, who is running in that district. You two women against those men. I think there were 13% in that district. What are your chances going to the elections, especially where you are going again in incumbent? We want to say that he has not performed to the level or the expectation of the people.
Well, I can say the outgoing incumbent, Rachel Kuhn, has not performed to the expectation of the people as according to what he said he was going to do. One of the things I see that is lacking is that Rachel Kuhn has not been able to work with the community to be able to unify the community. Yes, one of the biggest things. Let me tell you, in community development, you can't just go and say, I want to do this, I want to build pump. You need to, first of all, work together with the people and be able to single out the leaders, explain to them what you want to do, and then be able to give your own platform so that your platform and what the expectation of the people are can align. Rachel Kuhn has failed the district. I can assure you. Rachel Kuhn failed the district miserably. He has not been able to perform his job according to what, when it comes to oversight responsibility, he failed in that area. When it comes to his lobbying responsibility to be able to bring those kind of healing that the district needs, the kind of empowerment, the kind of structure, he has not been able to perform that. And then let me talk quickly about the lady and myself who bear the same name, Siatana Polly. Yeah, Siatana Polly she been running and she had run before. And myself too, I've run before. You know, the thing about legacy, when you say you want legacy, build your own legacy. While it is true that our parents have done a lot of great things for us, but it's always good as a child, as a daughter, to rise up to building your own legacy. I do not go back on my parents, what they have done. If I want to boast, I should even boast even more.
So are you saying she rely on her parents' legacy?
I'm not saying I'm talking about legacy. Okay, I should even boast even the more. Because my generational line has leadership in it. My great-grandfather was Momolu Bomo. And then the Chief Tamatumbe is not Taylor. But because he used to sew my great-grandfather clothes. Sorry about it, you know, you're a trouble line. People always like to connect you to what you do. So I come from a leadership line. My father also was a representative in Lofa County, but I don't speak those things. So it is about time we build our own legacy within the district and tell people what we can do. And be able to pick the kind of fights you want to fight. Well, if you want to seize the moment, you say you want to seize the moment in the election, pick your fight well, know when and how to do the fighting. So I have come into these elections. I know that I have something to offer. I know that I have the integrity. I know that I have the expertise, and I have the passion, and I have the commitment to be able to bring to deliver my people from all they have been going through.
Okay, just this last question from our end to you. Many of the aspiring or candidates will come here and say, some will say they will not take salary, some will say they will use a salary to do XYZ. What will you do with your salary, man?
Okay, you know they have different funding that come within the legislature. We have the county development funding. I think the county development fund should go directly to the funds. It should go directly to the development of our communities. Your salary is your salary. Why it is true, it is your salary. You gotta be content, okay? You gotta be content. Your salary is your salary. Whatever that comes in at the end of the day, because of your lobbying, because of your oversight responsibility, because of your projects you want to implement, I believe you should go straight directly to the district.
But will you support salary reduction?
I think I want to support that. The reason is I am a civil servant. I'm a civil servant currently. I work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I know what it means that when our legislature salaries are being minimized to the extent that those who are civil servants pay can be increased, that would be a good boost for us. And then also if some of the cuts can go towards health, go towards education, that would be okay. How much money at this age, 56 years old? How much? How much? What so much is there? When you say you are patriotic, the way you show that you are patriotic is by loving your nation. It's by bringing those things that will better your nation, and not to bring your nation and to the downtrodden. So,
yeah, but on the other side, most often people say life begins at 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the time people you enjoy because you work hard now, you start relaxing. So
it's
that's the time to ride luxurious cars.
It's true.
I'm going to also.
That's not my passion. That is not my passion. I'm not saying
We-
I'm not
we've
going to
heard it-
ride
we've
car.
heard it before, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not going to ride car. You know, you don't come on a radio station to toy with people and to bring teasing and lie to people. I am not saying I'm not going to ride car. As a lawmaker, I deserve also best.
No, I didn't just say car. I said luxurious.
Luxurious car. As a lawmaker, I deserve better as well as my people. But come to think, if you see that the young people who are on drugs, and you know that the County Development Fund is not actually enough, and you got to think out of the box to do something. Look at the women in your community, because you see, as a lawmaker, every day you're going to be expecting people coming at your door, coming here, so you have to budget for all of these things.
So let's listen to this one. Let's listen to this one from this young man.
She's still resting.
Here you go.
All right, you listen to the man there who is the peppers water. So yes, we are about to take course, and the Vice Senator Bureau of the Liberal National Union is talking to traffic, but she's on her way here. So we will take a few calls.
Take a course in your party comments. You answer the question. Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about the occupants?
No, maybe you're a political party.
Yeah. Why are you running? Which ticket you?
I am running on the United Independent Democrat Party. It's a new party, and we are not featuring any presidential candidate for now.
Okay.
Yeah, but you are supporting anyone?
Oh, for now, I seek to support, you know. And you know, as women, we are looking. Yeah, we definitely we have to do that.
Okay,
but it's not yet when the time comes.
Okay, so let's begin taking calls at 0-725-3819. Yes, we have this. Chief, you are the first caller, but your background is so noisy. Okay, I will let another person to go. Yeah, let me take another person. Hello. Okay, I'll let all of you to go because yes, it's frustrating, you know. Yeah, hello. Hello. Okay, sir. Quickly, district number 11. Yeah, I mean we have the representative from our candidate from district number 11. You're very low. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Thanks for placing your call. Chief.
Thank you.
You got to change the your Bluetooth you're using. Yeah. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is David speaking from Grand Bassa County.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I listened to our candidate, our female candidate. She spoke very well. She's very eloquent. But you see, one thing she said, the fear of God is good. Then she really fear God. But you know, when you get up there, you know, things can really change. So I don't know whether if she is tempered with men or tempered with anything, whether she will not change, she will continue to remain.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Thank you for your advice.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is calling from Kobacho.
Yes, sir.
Let me appreciate the video guest and that of Truth FM on highlighting various issues of national concern. The issue about our election, for me, I just want to pass on a message to every you should want out. Leadership is quite different from someone who is an humanity view. So it's not about someone coming to build preaching our TV. They will say, oh, this person is a leader. Someone being wanting to go to the hospital. This person is a leader. So we should watch them.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello. All right. So yes, we can't take any more calls. We are sorry. And yeah. Let's go back down to you. You listen to the callers?
Yeah, listen to them.
You listen to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, please respond. We can.
Okay. Like I would like to start from my last caller, who talked about the functionality of the legislature. I know my function. I know that it will be border on lawmaking, representation, and oversight, and my lobbying skills, for which, of course, I know that over the years I've already been trained, and I have the leadership skills. I've harnessed over the years, working in other areas of my life, and more especially where I work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as a diplomat. Once you enter that first ministry, you are being trained in the way that you can represent your nation and your country at all levels. And then the other caller talk about some of the things that he talked about your salary, and it should be your salary. And then even though it was not quite clear, but he was talking about salary. But like I said, your salary is your salary. Work for the people, let it go for the people. Be content with what you have and work for the people. And if it will cost you to go beyond that, you can look to your salary and be able to do things that you can push here and there. How much clothes? How much food? What is it that we need? Look at the way our children are lying down all in the streets. I just listened to a clip now. See how they are talking. These are the children. These are the next lines of leaders. We need to go out there for them.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we need to go out there for them. That's Madam Sia Vanessa McCarty Heard, and she's a candidate of district number 11, and it's good to have you here, ma'am. So let's do this most often as we draw closer to elections. 35 more days to go. Sometimes your heart can beat. You say your heart can cut.
No, really for me, because I'm facing God. It doesn't matter. You ask. It is me that you're asking, and it is me who is responding to you.
Okay.
You are not asking other people. I got nothing to fear. The Bible says those that put their trust in the Lord. So
how many candidates you have? That you said 30,
we
right?
got 30. I'm number 8 on the ballot. Yes.
Yeah, talk about your number.
I'm number 8 on the ballot.
Number 8.
And I'm calling for all my supporters, district number 11, to please go and vote for me.
Okay, so your district covers the eastern part of Kawa Township. the Upper Caldwell, Dixville, right? What else is it?
No, we have 4 townships.
4 townships.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
Garnersville, we got Bannersville, Teesville, and Caldwell.
Oh, Caldwell.
Yeah.
So you got Upper Caldwell, you got Caldwell Market. You also.
We talk about Bumpo Market.
Oh, Bumpo
yeah,
Market.
Bumpo Market.
Okay.
Yes, in Caldwell.
All right. So wonderful. So how do you got it? The stats on occupants of District 11. Do you know how many person you are going to lead if you win a seat?
Right now,
you mean the registered voter, right?
The registered voter.
Yes.
It's about the registered voter. There are 59,901 person that are registered.
Okay.
And we got more females that are registered there. And my district has just we got about 57 communities, but there's one more was admitted by the Bannersville commissioner, which is 1407. It's now a community. So
you have a lot of work to do to win over 40,000 or 30,000 minds. It's not something small.
It's not something small, but with God above, all things are possible.
Yes, all things are possible. And I wish you all the best.
And I would like to also, in my passing comment, I would like to call upon the citizens of District number 11, more especially to talk to my brother, Dr. Thomas Nimland, 12 Junior. He's a friend of mine. I've been knowing him for a very long time.
Okay.
Yes, and I want to say to him that I'm standing with him in solidarity. I don't know how, the original, wherever the original, yes. I don't know what yardstick. I don't know what yardstick. I can't remember. Wait, y'all finish. I don't know what yardstick. Yes. I don't know what yardstick that was used to come up with our verdict. But I'm in solidarity with him. I'm calling for all the citizens of District number 11 to remain calm. And we have been following up since last week, Thursday, because, I've been busy. And, Wait. Listen, yes. No, the thing about it is, I'm talking about humanity. I'm a human being. If I could be in that man's shoes, that put everything aside. I could be in your shoes today, and then this thing that verdict has come to me. I wouldn't feel good. I would feel disappointed. So I'm in solidarity with him, and I'm telling him, to please talk to the followers, the supporters, to remain calm. And yesterday, no, it's not about voting for me. To remain calm and also be to also make sure that they should not get involved into any form of electoral violence.
So that was wrong?
I don't know how the case, like I said to you,
how
they adjudicated this case. Wow. I don't know how, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
But I just trying to stand with him. He's also my friend. It's not because we are running, yes. He's also my friend. I'm rather in sympathy with what has happened.
Yeah, so that's great. That's Madam Sia Vanessa bursting our mic this afternoon, and we got to take leave of you, ma'am. It was good having you here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. She said in solidarity with Thomas Stewart.
Dr. Thomas Stewart.
Dr. Thomas Stewart.
Yes. After the report that we got from our judicial correspondent this afternoon, is that the Supreme Court has now ordered the National Election Commission to uphold its first ruling that denying Dr. Thomas Stewart from running election. I think the issue is he does not have the domicile and to participate in this 2011 election, and as such he has been denied by the Supreme Court ruling. Yesterday, his lawyers also tried to file the argument at the court. I think that was denied by the Supreme Court. So that's how it is. We don't know whether to be for him. We don't know yet. As it stands, he will not participate the rulings from the Supreme Court. That is the hardest decision-making body of law.
He will not participate.
He will not participate. So most of from what we have getting from sources within District Number 11, he was one of the leading candidates there in supporter. You saw the footage.
You see the woman. I'm opening your microphone. She said she the fear of God.
Yeah.
The woman.
So
I
that
mean, the number reducing.
The time they were 13 now, at the stand, they will be 12.
Yeah.
So there are 2 women against 12 men. I mean, 10 men. So
10 men.
It's a tough race there in District Number 13.
We're not opening your microphone.
They want to talk something.
No, the woman have to go. Yeah. What you want to say again?
Okay.
You see, you're saying solidarity with the man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, of course. I am standing solidarity with him. I did not even know that this ruling, that another statement has come from the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And that's what saddens my heart.
Okay.
Because this man actually worked and his hands are in the district and he has really worked. It's good to say the truth. We all are in the elections, but other people have worked hard and they have they put all the money into it and to get the people on their side. It's a sad day.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I can say. When I say working harder than you, listen, when I say working harder than me, I'm talking about his because he has the financial backing.
Okay.
So he was able to impart a lot of people because you see right now the district has become vulnerable because they're all going. They didn't do well. That's why all are coming to people to take it from under the seat.
Okay,
you are a realist, and I must say thank you so much for being so real and sending solidarity with your fellow candidate. Okay. Chief Chris, we wish you all the best. We hope that you will be here tomorrow. May God give you the strength. This time we have a lot to do. Well, from yesterday to today, my work have actually slowed down on distribution of communications, and we have to do this together, plan, organize other debates as well. And we have in studio right now, Madam Grace Kwan, Vice Standard Bearer of the Liberian National Union.
Please make sure you from us.
I did that.
Ma'am, so sorry for the traffic.
That's small one though.
Where exactly the traffic?
From Old Road Junction all the way to Congo Town.
Oh my God.
Okay, I think there's another political rally today.
Okay, but I think they should be able to give people space to pass. Use one side of
There was absolutely no way. We've been that traffic for an hour plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can the police regulate these movement as well?
We need the army to help us in doing it.
All right, so it's good to have you again. The last time you were here, and yes, when I got a call that you want to sit with us, I said, wow, that's a great opportunity again to interact with you. And it's wonderful that you are in this race as we all. Yes, I could probably say I'm part of an alliance called Women Alliance of Liberia that supports women's participation. And yes, we support women. So I'm very proud to say that. But we support women who bring a lot to the table, and those who are not doing well, you can assist us while others, take on. So now let's give Madam Grace the opportunity to tell us. Briefly, we have 35 more minutes, maybe 35 more
and
minutes.
Just before she can come in, I think their party,
Yeah.
they are, if not the most accessible political party now.
Accessible? What you
I'm,
say
I'm
that?
talking about having them to talk to the people.
Okay.
Anytime I think I listen to all the debates that are from there, you Standard Bearer always here and always there to talk about. So we should congratulate them for that.
Okay,
People
so
making use of the
Thank
media.
you.
All right. So my colleague and I want to congratulate you and Dr. Clarence Moniba for being very accessible, telling the people we dropped your letter for the debate coming on September 13th. You are entitled to bring 20 of your supporters at the Stinko Palace Hotel.
Okay.
So Mr. Allison received the letter at your headquarters.
Okay.
Okay, so quickly tell us, just give us a brief summary of Madam Grace Kwan.
Well,
A familiar name in
yes, the Liberian history. Okay, a former president of the Dark Workers Union of Liberia and former superintendent of Monserrado County, former president of the ITF, and we've been around for a little while trying to help our own country, Liberia. As you all know, this is the only place we have. This is the only land we call Mother's Land. So I think I've been on the show a couple of times. And for those who don't know me, I'm married, the wife of Bishop Pan, and we are in this race to make sure that we transform our country.
All right, ma'am. That's wonderful. So sometimes you hear in the corridors, oh wow, the alliance between the selection that Honorable Dr. Clarence Moniba did was very strategic, and so the team, they consider themselves very experienced. They bring wealth of experience to the discourse. So tell us why Liberians should elect Team Moniba.
Basically because we have the experience, the expertise, the skills, the international contact as well. Liberia, where it is right now, Liberia needs people like our kind who have served in various sectors in our society, who have been involved. And I heard my brother there saying that we are accessible. Indeed, that's our normal lifestyle. People reach us at any time. So we are people oriented kind of person, and we are not the kind of people that you look for and take forever to get to us. You don't have to take blood tests to find us. And this is what our society needs, especially, most I always talk about the issue of the children doing drugs and stuff like that, which I have been involved with a lot, trying to ensure that we get these kids out of the prostitution camps and the ghettos. By way of announcement, let me just announce, when I was in Bon County the last time, I think I mentioned that I went to the largest prostitution camp and ghetto called Kampala, operated on the Methodist premises. And a lady was there very pregnant, had not gone to the hospital, and we were able to take her to the hospital. She has a bouncing baby boy, and we are looking for somebody to take that child.
But what's the name of
The
the
child,
child?
we don't know the child, but the girl's name is Linda. The girl who has the child, her name is Linda.
Why are you giving name Karen?
Well, I can. That's
It's a boy.
It's a
right?
boy. It's a boy. So we're looking for the parents. We're looking for parents first for the child, and we're sure we'll find one because that's our normal thing to do, so that we can, reproduce guys and girls in the ghetto. So anybody needs a bouncing baby boy, let us know. We'll talk with the mother and see how. The child's like a week old now, so we want to give her. We want to take her out of the. She went right back with the baby. We want to take her out of there, get her somewhere.
Do you have many of them in the same
A lot of
condition?
them. If you enter
Right
yes, oh yes, and sometimes you really don't even know who the baby's father is because people sleep with you for only $50 and you have to sleep with 10, 15, 20 persons. At the end of the day, you own your baby yourself.
So what you intend to do if you are sent to power? What do you intend to do?
Well, I'll do what I did in 2006.
What did
We
you do?
took like approximately around 50 persons, but we ended up with 25 because 25 went back. Number split into two, and we took them to a place where we had them rehabilitated. We couldn't keep them forever because it was our own premises at the time. And one of the things we want to do is to give them skills training, so that and that was one of the requests from one of the guys, that we get up in the morning, nothing to do, nowhere to go, there's no job. So we just end up hanging around, and you end up with the wrong friends, and you find yourself in these places. And this is a serious situation. You know, like I said to many persons, I said that I think these guys are in these areas because condition they find themselves in such a condition. But the people we should be dealing with are those that bring the drugs into our country. These people should go to jail for life. Yes.
How do we get them?
How do we get who the people who bring the drugs?
Yes.
Well, I think the Monumap government will be able to get them. Since we got some of them and they escaped, or they went through some court process and we saw them out.
How are you going to do it?
Well, a radical justice system. That's where transformation comes in. You cannot have these kind of things happen in your country and all of a sudden 1 minute this. When I was superintendent, I remembered there was a case at the PNC Magisterial Court, and this guy was arrested for drugs. He had a whole bag, big bag, and he had it tied into little pieces. And somebody brought some to me, and I took it to the president at the time, and everybody was concerned. Oh, we haven't seen this before. What can we do? The then Justice Minister at the time, Christiana Tar, said, I think the German government wanted to aid Liberia in building a prison compound and wanted to relocate the Monrovia Central Prison. So we finally gave land in Cheesemanburg, where the administrative building of that prison is completed. The building itself is not completed. And the primary reason for that was to make sure when you get these kids, you put them into those places and be able to rehabilitate them. So we have a structure almost completed. I think that would be a good thing to start with.
To fight the drugs, it means you'll be fighting, quote unquote, higher height, you'll be fighting security sector. It's a huge.
Yeah, it's huge, but it's doable. You see, if you are the leader or one of the top leaders, then it shouldn't be a difficult task because everything rises and falls on leadership. And good leadership creates less hardship.
So before we go further, tell us how is the campaign activities now? Is it so stressful?
Well,
and you are disappointed in in Liberians. Sometimes the disappointment is just glaring, and I mean you can't cover it.
Well, I won't say disappointed in Liberians. Train up the child in the way he should go.
Okay.
When he's old, he'll not depart from it. After the war, a lot of things went wrong, and those wrongs have not been corrected. So you see, people's mindset is completely different. Whether there's election or no election, you pass by the wayside and maybe go to the supermarket or go buy something, and you see these guys, they appear, or hello, Malo, all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, you get a man late thing. And you don't get a late thing, so then they even send insults. But that's Liberia. And the only way to transform that is to start from the schoolhouses, the classroom, start teaching morals and ethics and all the other little things. When those things fall in place, obviously our country will come. I mean, it's not a one-day thing. This is, so many years to take to happen, but you can start. There's a starting point. And once we start and people build on what has been started, I think we'll go a long way.
Okay, so most of these problems that we are going through, lack of quality education, the whole health sector, the security, it all boils down to
lack of good leadership.
Yeah, lack of good leadership and corruption. Yes, corruption. We want to know your stance on corruption. How you intend to tackle corruption and minimize it, because you can say you will eradicate corruption little by little.
Nobody should say that the way our system is so entrenched with corruption could be eliminated overnight. No, it has to be, we have to do it little by little. But the first and foremost thing is to make sure if somebody is involved in, I don't want to say impropriety, but if somebody is involved in stealing, because we'll beat the Zoko or we'll beat the guys who snatch our phones and our bags, and we'll call them rogues, we'll call them criminals. But the people who take the millions and the billions, then we say, financial malfeasance, impropriety, mismanagement, embezzlement, all those beautiful words. So people who do wrong should be punished immediately. There should be some fast track court where these people go to and be punished. I mean, investigate them, punish them, and send them to jail. And whatever they've done with the money, if property is built, you seize it, confiscate it for government. Government has a lot of need. Turn some of those homes into a place where you take the guys off the street, take the old folks there, take the blind, take the disabled, they will have a good home to be in than just, roaming the streets.
So you mentioned the disabled. Many a times they cry for inclusion. Yes.
Yes, and directly,
Yeah.
if your party becomes victorious, they will be on you.
Oh,
Yes.
and I can assure you that those are people that I interact with often, and my heart go for people generally. I mean, whether they are guys in the ghettos, or people in the old folks' home, or people sitting at the supermarket or at Group of 77, to always wish that they have a better life. The way we treat people that are less fortunate. Other countries, you see people that are disabled. They sometimes work in places, but here in Liberia, once you are disabled, you become you become a nobody. You are not useful. You can't even be a receptionist at a desk or anything of the kind, and that is sad for us. I think we need to give them a little more attention, and our government will ensure that happens.
Yeah, but are you working with some of them now?
Well, that's why I even learned sign language, because I wanted to communicate with the deaf and the dumb. So I had to get one of them to teach me. So it took a lot of time doing that, right? So when I see,
but do you do that on campaign tours? Because how will these people, you can't just identify them and say, you look at this person and say the person cannot hear. They
no.
just
As soon as you see a deaf mute, you
Deaf
preferably call them.
Yeah.
You will know, because you see them signing and the rest of it. And
No, sometimes when they are not making any sign.
if they're not making any sign, you talk to somebody, he doesn't answer you. The next thing I ask you if you know how to do sign language.
So what's about a crowd when the crowd is assembled?
If the crowd is assembled,
That's-
you won't detect anybody. So
You won't
no,
detect.
you
So
won't.
I mean,
You
do you
won't
use that when do you intend using your skills on some campaign tours?
I think that'll be a good thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good thing to do. So
Wow.
if I'm talking and I just sign it, if you're deaf there, you understand.
Okay, you want to come in?
Yes, many times people come to power. They come to power on record. You serve as superintendent for the most populated county in Liberia, Montserrado. What records did you left? I mean, did they leave behind that you can follow today?
One, we're trying to get the kids off the street and put them back into school. I remember one of the first kids we got off the street. He was wearing shoes for the first time and entering school for the first time. And you didn't want to see how he had to step in those shoes. It was so interesting.
Wow.
We had to take kids from one direction. I remember one time they had a family planning place somewhere in Sinko, and we got a little girl. It was raining from the heavens. And somebody called me, Mrs. Frank, will you come to there's a child? Went there and I said, where do you live? She said she lived Oro. Oh, you know where you live? Yes, but she did not know the road in car. So we had to walk until we got to Gate Town, somewhere down the hole, to find a woman who had a child. Where your money, my money, and the mommy, well, last thing she doesn't know. And that was a serious situation. It was working very well, even though some people politicized it. But at the end of the day, we accomplished a lot. And that was one of the major things we accomplished, besides infrastructure in Mount Coffee Township, a clinic, Bondue, a clinic, Nikuta Administrative Building, Bento Superintendent Compound, Todi Caresway Superintendent Compound, and Noble Town Bridge. So those are projects that we undertook during our tenure as Superintendent of Montserrado County.
Okay, so yeah, you want to come in? The issue of watch, the water, sanitation, and hygiene. We have a program here, and we get calls, we get complaints that people are not still drinking,
of course,
clean water.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, and mostly girls and women are mostly affected. So you being a female of bystander bearer, if you are sent to power, what are your plans for the wash center?
And I have a record of that. Help many occasions in restoring damaged wells. I just did 3 in Virginia, not because I want to be, but I've done it before in Franktown. I did it in Broadville. I did it in other places like in 2011, so on and so forth, to make sure at least people have safe drinking water. Because this was one of the things I really saw and thought Liberia is still so remote that you have people just living right outside of Montserrado and still drinking from the creeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad. Some of those water are contaminated, people using up to stool, and and at the end of the place is where people get their drink water, right here in Bombing County. I went to Bowen, they went district, and you got plenty of people that have won in the district, have built beautiful homes, but yet the people that still drink from the creek, and I can tell them for free because I got family members there.
Yes. Let's talk about women's participation in politics. Many times, Liberian women have cried for equal participation. Now you are so fortunate to have a woman as a vice president. But here we have about 5%. You, Madam Grace Ma, Charlie Bronskin, Novus Weir, and Tuazama, Cecilia Coffee Brown, all of you fighting to remove Madam Joel Howard Taylor. How do we reconcile that in relation to women's participation in politics, where you are the second biggest political power in the country?
Well, it's not fighting to move. Madam Taylor is fighting to move a government that has done the Liberian people no good, and that is clear. Is writing clear on the wall. Everybody can see. When you run a government where you have people no accountability, deaf all over the place. Nobody get punished for what he does wrong. Everybody does what is right in his own eyes. Every week we print him new money in our country. And the list
every week.
I mean, just to make it really,
yeah.
So they have to make it look real bad, because this one, I've lived in this country. This is my first time seeing a government that print money every other day. You know,
my God.
I mean, just to make it look real bad as it is.
Yeah.
You know, so you print new money today. We're moving we call it tier money. We're moving the tier money from the market. The next minute you go to the bank for your own money, and they give you nothing but mutilated money. You know, but
a woman is the second person in the government.
I don't know. I don't know how they run the government, but we would run it differently. So that's why we are trying to make sure that we have a new government in this country comes 2023 October 10.
So do you think she has a role to play?
Well, I can't speak for her. She will tell us whether she really play her role well or not. So let me not dive into Joel. Let me deal with myself. You know.
All right, I like that. So yes, on a serious note, women are good decision maker, unless they just want to be very lackadaisical with their function, right? Mm-hmm. So right now, as we speak, you being a team member to that Money Bar, you are actually playing. You have team B. Your team A is now, if you ascend to powers, yes, your plans are already set. And if you don't reach the finish line, what are your plans? Who will you intend to endorse? What are those standards you're going to look at to endorse? A party?
Okay. I'll go biblical with you a little bit. The Bible says when the fullness of time was come. Until the fullness of time comes, we don't know who are going to be, the runner-up. So when we reach that point,
but you intend to do it.
Of course, we should.
Okay.
We should that critically, because if you want to transform country, you can't sit down and fold your hands. So that's not the way to do it.
So will you be looking for people with the same value, the same political plans that you have?
Exactly. But as a matter of fact, everybody will almost have the same plan. But you have to look at the track record and see what they've done in the past, what they are able to do, where they have weaknesses and where they have strength, and where you can, add your strength to their weakness and see, and the list goes on.
From what you said earlier, it appears that you will not support the ruling party just in case they're in the final.
The CDC party? Of course not. If it were so, you'd be here. Of course not. Oh no, you know that well.
You served in a government, a unity party government, and 12 years they were in power. Now they are coming back. Now you are with Dr. Manama Lano and school. Can we land you to unity party as well?
Line in which sense?
In terms of having worked in the government, and many people say the government did not achieve anything.
Well, I can't speak 100% for the government. I didn't stay 12 years in government, but when I serve well. I can tell you I serve well. Oh yes, I did.
Okay, so let's look at. We have approximately 70% of the population. Young people, and most of them are out of jobs, lack of opportunities for the young people, and because of that, we find out some of them are in Kampala, currently in Kampala. Yeah, at the largest prostitution in Bon County. Yeah, in Kampala, in Bon County. One wayward because of lack of opportunities. So, what are some innovations that you're working along with the young standard bearer who brags on how young he is and experienced with all of the experience that the both of you bring to the table. How you intend to provide job opportunities for young people? Are you going to be interested in sending them across Liberia to study, or you going to improve the sector here for education for education and for job opportunities? How you intend to create job opportunities?
Okay, the first and foremost thing is to make sure that our schools have vocational and skills training program. When we do that, people coming out of high school will have skills. One of our major challenge in government is the issue of human resource capacity building. We have I work at the Port Authority for like 28 years, and I tell you, since the last harbor master died, we haven't had somebody to replace him, Captain Hill, and that's sad for our country. If you see right now in Liberia, you don't have many people with those kind of skills and that can handle the industry. So there should be a lot of programs that will be overseen, because we don't have the kind of schools here for marine services. For regular local stuff, we can do skills training program. We can bring in good teachers from other places. Now there's 600 teachers, 6,000 teachers now. I mean, people
from Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm talking about here people.
No, they all might get your jobs.
So yeah, you need people with people's skills, so that at the end of the day, you can have a lot of people with skills. When you do technical and vocational training schools, I mean, serious issue where people go to school, teachers are there, and teachers make sure the students, stay in school and learn what they're supposed to learn. So that you need one carpenter in your office, you don't, something spoil, you got to go get somebody down the road to come and do it. Each institution should have at least a little maintenance department where people graduate from high school. One of what we also plan is that when people graduate from high school, they can serve either the army, the immigration, the police, or the fire service for at least a year. And by that person may develop a skill, or even at the port, where you got to go back to what we used to do back in the days. We used to do when school closes, vacation school job, cadet job, people go on the job and learn. Many of our kids from school now get to offices, they are strange. So everybody who leaves high school, I don't next thing want to be a representative or senator, with any basic skills or any training or any experience. So when our government starts to do that, you realize that many people will have things to do. One of the means I think Liberia can employ people even right now is using the maritime. Liberia has 4,400 vessels that bear her flag. You have 4,400 vessels bearing a flag. Where are the Liberians on those vessels? None at all. Under maritime law, we are entitled to Liberians working on those vessels. So let's assume between 3 to 5. So let's make it 5 so it can look real bad because of how bad the situation is. If we employ 5 persons on each of the vessels bearing our flag, we will have approximately 22,000 employees, 22,000 employees just on board of a vessel. So you have created 22,000 jobs already.
For Liberia.
The FOC is the flag of convenience, and many vessels bear a Liberian flag. We have Indonesians, we have Indians, we have Chinese, we have Japanese, but we have no Liberians. Why? This government needs to answer that question.
Yeah, you work at the port. Many Liberian businesses, just to take you away to business a little bit, many Liberian businesses have cried that one of the issues of the economic and struggle we have in Liberia is as a result of getting goods from the port. What knowledge do you have? How do you think we can make that easier for Liberians to get goods through the port authority?
We need to revisit the concessions, all concessions as a matter of fact. We need to revisit our tariff. We need to revisit, but you see, you can't revisit the tariff just like that because there's a concession that carries it. Now, someone will say, oh, it was during your administration, but we know how we spoke out against that. We were strong against it. We have evidence to prove.
Were you against the
oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was totally against. As a matter of fact, the entire board was against the APM terminal.
Are you on record for that?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes. Because at the end of the day, we were trying to work along with Mr. Mensah from the port of from Ghana, from the port in Accra, and they showed us what they did and how it would be. But you see, when you have a group of people at the House of Parliament who only think at the end of the day it has to be done their way because they know best, They are the people who make the law. And that's why many times put them, oh, the government. Even the people in the House of Parliament, when you say the government, when they are the government as well.
But that bill, many people have alleged that it was engineered by the executive.
Well, that one would be explained between the executive. The executive, they didn't tie anybody's hand. The executive is one person, in a sense, and there are 103 lawmakers. So tell me one versus 103. If they choose to pass bills that are faulty or that has problem, then they are in the wrong. But if they see a bill that is not right, say we are not passing, nobody holds them responsible. So they are 100% liable.
How bad you think that APM terminal deal was?
Well, I can't say how bad it was, but I can say it took a lot from us as Liberians. And at the end of the day, who benefits? The APM terminal benefits.
All right, wonderful conversation here with the Vice Standard Bearer of the Liberian National Union. And Dodo put it right. He said they are accessible. Yeah, but
so let me just ask her, why are you looking for the number to ask? Yeah. What would be your relationship with Dr. Manuel when the government is in power? Because the function of the vice president say you about the president in all of the functions. What kind of vice president will you be? Will you just be there to aid?
But where aid has to do with help. And most time, like brother, looking for aid all around the thing. When you got one aid right available, you got aid to aid. You know, so at the end of the day, I will be a great help. I can assure you that.
Okay, yeah. So my last question will come after with the course.
Yeah.
We will take pause for at least a few minutes, and then so 07753819, 07753819, and
0775932170, and call you the life as a vice presidential candidate on the ticket of Lano, Madam Grace Pan, who is here in studio with us. We are discussing the party plan for Liberia from October 10, 2023.
Okay, let's take the first caller. Hello. We really constrained or just call your name, man. I can see that you really constrained. Just call your name. Yes, sir.
Or 45. If you don't believe that you can change this country, then who are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, hello. Yes, sir.
For me, these are people that used to be or
they don't never leave that war.
No, it's not coming.
So, Pascal, just to make some clarity, is now our first time hosting Madam Grace Pan. The last time she herself sent me the audio, I listened to it, and she's going to make some clarity on that. But she has made herself clear on this before. So that's why we're not asking that question because we passed that already. Yes, sir.
Yeah, she will talk about that. Thank you.
I will be yellow machine.
I mean, in Africa, I can say that that position is ceremonial.
Yes.
Not I can say,
Take
but
the next one.
that's it. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yes, sir.
My friend is Plama, Alas, NSA, and I call you from the office of Pastor Command. You know, the landlord of the head of Dr. Paris Moruba, Dr. Moruba impresses a fine on the young gentleman who is up to the president of this country. It's fine. But his theory was wrong. With the name of great power in this country, he has some constitutional capital in this country.
What?
She's talking about corruption at the bank. When she's been working on the records are there.
All right.
What Morat was
State the corruption now. I recall that young man.
All right, she's taking note and she's going to reply, make some clarity. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what again is the voice of Ambassador Ezekiel for not calling you for a light.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening to the presidential candidate lead of a platform. But honestly, from my point of view, I believe that like people right now in the current state, we need leaders, the leaders from Rwanda. We need someone who will stand up against corruption. We need someone who will be able to prosecute leaders who are caught in the act of investing in our country. We need leaders of like people who will be able to prosecute the part of the government. They are more officially accountable.
All right, so you support the team? You support the team? You support Team Moniba? Okay. Okay, sir. We 5 minutes, so I will cut your day. We can't take any more calls. We'll go back. We're already out of time. Yes. And
Yeah, okay. I think most Liberians need to understand as an individual person, even a superintendent, you cannot persecute anybody. All you need to do is to, I'm saying with my whistleblower money from now at EUE recording, and let them understand I did the recording. Nobody records herself and sends it out. Okay. I did a recording because I was totally harassed on numerous occasions. You listen to the tape, you heard one in this very Truth FM. I think I sent you that one where I entered the studio and the whole conversation kind of like changed around. There was issue of scholarship and there were no real scholarship names. If you look at the documents, there were names that were double on several lawmakers had the same listing. There were some who had more money. There were some of them, as a matter of fact, most of them had even received their checks because I didn't sign A and B. They had received their checks, and there was no reason why they received the checks because there were no school buildings, there were no teachers, there were no principal to some of the schools that they named when I did my own due diligence. So I got to the point where I had no alternative but to record it and release it. So I released it, gentlemen. I've said this numerous times. I hope you hear this for the last time. If not, you can call me and I will give you the tape. You can go listen to it and analyze for yourself. A superintendent or a minister does not persecute somebody. You report the issue. There are procedures. There are anti-corruption institutions, there are police, there are Ministry of Justice, and at the end of the day, find out.
No, I think they were talking about what the government would do to prosecute corrupt officials.
He said he hasn't heard me prosecuting anybody. I was not president. Okay, but prosecuting people, I said that earlier. That
your stance on corruption
is very strong, and once somebody does wrong or somebody is involved in corruption,
they should go to jail.
Yes,
I think I remember that.
Yes.
All right, so wonderful. Yeah, please give your party comments. Yeah, we are actually out of time.
So let me just say to Liberians out there, this is about time that you look and see that the Money Back Pound ticket is the real Liberian ticket. At the end of the day, comes October 10, we want you to go out there and vote number 13. Those of you who don't understand that you eat. This is a real corruption kind of pepper model that would make sure I pepper anybody involved in corruption. So corruption is not something anybody should play with because you can see how a nation is being destroyed. So the later that people have, they are not thankful, but we pray that comes October You vote number 30.
All right. So thanks for coming, and yes, see you another time.
Okay.
So the communication is in. We hope to see you guys on the
Where will be?
20th of
Yeah,
September.
at Triple.
No, at Cinco Palace Hotel
Okay.
with 20 of your supporters.
Okay.
Okay, the communication is already in. All right, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good day.
All right, that's Madam Grace Ma. And Vice Senator Barra, Liberia National Union. Yeah.
I think it was a great show, having a lot of women today discussing women issues. Yeah, I know you're happy with that. It's an achievement. Yeah.
Why are you attacking me?
No,
it's an achievement.
It's an achievement.
Honestly, it's an achievement, and I mean, we're not just supporting any a woman. We're not just supporting any woman, right? When these people come, I will tell you again. Tell you, say, oh yeah, I put the person here up. I put this person here up. I'm going to support this person. I'm going to do. Oh yes, no, I'm not going to do that. But we'll ensure that we push the so that they took a hard space. Out of the 103 lawmakers, only 11. So now I hope that it will increase from 11 to some big number. But make sure to vote big wise. Okay. Don't allow sympathy to exceed your interest. Okay. So on that note, Dolo, we have to go to